Please welcome a great American and a servant leader, Lieutenant Colonel Mike Erwin.
All right, well, it is so awesome to be here. Really appreciate the start to this whole event and all those remarks, Matt. History never repeats itself, but it does often rhyme. I think this powerful thought from Mark Twain a long time ago is worth exploring on this Veterans Day celebration. Most people crave control and they thrive on certainty, but the reality is there is so much in life that's outside our control, especially in the fast-moving information age that we're living in today. When you study history, it's really clear that just like the four seasons, there's a rhythm to it. Dating back to the late 1600s, every 80 to 90 years, our country faces an almost unthinkable crisis. The American Revolution, 85 years later, the Civil War, 80 years later, the Great Depression and World War II. And if you're good at math, you probably already figured out and calculated that we are in the window of time right now for another crisis. Something even bigger than 9/11, the 2008 recession, and COVID. But what does that have to do with veterans, and why would I focus my remarks here today on this theme? The answer is actually pretty simple. Whatever comes our way, to be ready, we must be healthy. And as a nation right now, we are not. COVID's impact on America just a few years ago shed light on this hard truth. This is where veterans come in. Because as my mentor, Jim Collins, shared with me a long time ago, wherever there is a problem, there is a great demand and need for leadership. And I would argue that there is no segment of the population better positioned to deliver the change on the health of America than the veteran community. We're here today at UHP, where Matt Hesse and his incredible team is stepping up. You'll hear soon from Jocko, who challenges every person who hears him speak or watches him live his life to put their bodies to work. And there's the organization that I'm honored to lead, Team Red, White, and Blue, relentlessly reminding America that we need physical activity in our lives. And we're creating thousands of events all over America every year to make that happen. My hope this Veterans Day is that more leaders from all sectors, business, nonprofit, politics, government agencies, education, down to the family unit, will recognize how dire this situation is. As artificial intelligence and virtual reality becomes more and more a part of our lives, it becomes harder for us to have the ability to move our bodies. It takes more intentionality. Now, yes, this starts with the mindset in words as you hear from people speaking today, but ultimately it comes down to action. 62 years ago, President-elect John F. Kennedy authored one of the most thought-provoking pieces that should resonate with every American today. And I just want to share a couple of the paragraphs from that speech. The harsh fact of the matter is that there is an increasingly large number of young Americans who are neglecting their bodies, whose physical fitness is not what it should be, who are getting soft. And such softness on the part of individual citizens can help to strip and destroy the vitality of the nation. For the physical vigor of our citizens is one of America's most precious resources. If we neglect this resource, if we allow it to dwindle and to grow soft, then we will destroy much of our ability to meet the great challenges that confront our people. We will be unable to realize our full potential as a nation. He went on to say, no matter how vigorous the leadership of government, we can fully restore the physical soundness of the nation only if every American is willing to assume responsibility for his or her own fitness and the fitness of their children. We do not live in a regimented society where men are forced to live their lives in the interests of the state. We are, all of us, as free to direct the activities of our bodies as we are to pursue the objects of our thought. But if we are to retain the freedom for ourselves and for generations to come, then we must be willing to work for the physical toughness on which the courage, intelligence, and the skill of man so largely depend. Now, I get it. People are busier and more distracted than ever. The world is noisier than ever. And physical activity is uncomfortable. Like, we did a workout here this morning. Like, everyone here who's been here for these past couple weeks, you know this. It hurts. But we need to get millions of more Americans, especially in that age range of 10 to 20, to understand that they need physical activity in their lives. The forecast is clear. In the coming decade, there will be years where the stakes will be higher than at any point in our lives. The very survival of the United States could hang in the balance. And so the question is, will we be ready? Will we have enough citizens that are physically fit enough to navigate the crisis and answer the call, and not just for themselves, but for their community, for their family, and for the nation? I firmly believe that if we get behind the right organizations and the right leaders and the caliber of people that we see here today to help propel those organizations to do this vital work, then I'm confident the answer is yes. So thank you on behalf of Team Red, White, and Blue for being here today. You could have been anywhere in the state, probably beyond. Thank you for celebrating the sacrifices that veterans have made since 1776. But most importantly, thank you for what you will do when you leave UHP today. After all, the highest level of appreciation is not words, it's deeds. Facta non verba. Thank you very much.